In the dense jungles of Laos, a gripping search and rescue operation unfolded, one that would reveal both the determination of American forces and the harsh realities of war. The White Star Command had dispatched a helicopter to an area adjacent to Patong, the site of the last fierce battle. Their mission? To drop off Sombat, an interpreter tasked with gathering intelligence about any surviving American personnel. What Sombat discovered from the local villagers was both hopeful and disturbing. They reported seeing an American stripped of his clothing, desperately running southward along the hillside bluffs. This glimpse of survival, however brief, would soon take a darker turn as word spread that Pathet Lao forces had captured him. The American helicopters didn't give up easily. They returned the next day to retrieve Sombat, their presence noticed by neutralist forces in Ban Pha Tang. In what could be seen as a rare moment of wartime humanity, these neutralist troops made a conscious decision not to engage the American choppers. They understood the sacred nature of search and rescue missions. Even in the midst of conflict, there remained an unspoken respect for those trying to save their fellow soldiers. But the fate of Captain Moon, as we later learned, was grim. The Pathet Lao had devised an almost medieval method of imprisonment, a hole, merely 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet, plunging 6 feet into the earth. Lao took no chances with their prisoner. Each night they would seal the hole with wooden boards, and in an extra measure of security, would park a truck directly on top of the cover. This brutal precaution ensured there would be no escape attempts under the cover of darkness. This episode serves as a haunting reminder of the lengths both sides would go to during the conflict. One to rescue their men, and the other to keep their prisoners secured, no matter how inhumane the methods. It's a stark illustration of how war can push human beings to extremes, both in their capacity for compassion and their potential for cruelty. In the summer of 1961, a dramatic transformation unfolded in the peaceful region of Sieng Koang, Laos. The IVS compound, once distinguished by its pristine white picket fence, became an unlikely prison under North Vietnamese control. The irony of fate was particularly cruel to Captain Moon, who found himself imprisoned within the very walls he once knew as a sanctuary. Tragically, his bid for freedom on July 22nd would be his last. Meanwhile, significant changes were reshaping the military landscape. Brigadier General John A. Heintges, the PEO chief, departed for Washington via Bangkok on an ocean liner, while Lieutenant Col Jeans maintained his position as branch chief. The arrival of the military advisory group to Laos marked a pivotal moment in Vientiane. You could feel the shift in the atmosphere. At Usom Nahideo, the sight of uniforms became commonplace, with only a handful of office staff remaining in civilian clothes.